Hello, beautiful souls. Just checking that we're live on all our platforms, so bear with me one moment as we wait for people to come and join us. Just pop the comments on so I can see what's going on, and hopefully we'll start to see the lovely souls starting to pop in and join myself and Larkin very shortly. Okay, so we're looking good on Facebook. So hope you're all keeping well. Here I am in the very wet, windy north of England. The weather is definitely changing now. Summer seems to have moved on and we're now experiencing lots of wet weather. And having said that, I would like to send out a moment of thought and healing energy to all you beautiful souls in all your different parts of the world where you may be experiencing the extremes of this weather at the moment. Here in the UK, we are certainly having lots of different parts of the country suffering with floods and the havoc that creates when they come along. So just going to spend a moment just thinking about all your beautiful souls, sending you lots of love, blessings and healing energy for those moments where it may be needed at this time. I'm fully conversant with how it feels to be flooded, having experienced a great deal of flooding here where I lived quite a few years ago, certainly not to the extremes that a lot of places have, but enough to, make me realise how very traumatising it can be. I'm sending out that love and loving thoughts to you. I'd also like to send out loving thoughts to a very beautiful friend of mine and soul who's just undergone some major surgery, and just thinking of her. So if there's anybody as well for yourselves who perhaps need that little bit of loving healing energy sending out, then let's just spend a moment in quiet contemplation as we think about all the beautiful souls in the world, our loved ones, those that we know and care about, and all those that don't, in all those places where strife and troubles are at the extreme. And we just send out that loving healing energy to all of those as well. Thank you. Thank you for doing that with me. It is very much about our energy, how our energy feels, and our thoughts are energy. So what we send out as a thought, vibration into the world, it resonates on that beautiful universal energy and helps to send, the healing energy, the love, the thoughts of positivity out there to where it's needed. And for each one of us that does that, we shine our own bit of light and energy into the world. And I'm just feeling into pulling a card for us as well as we wait for Larkin. She will be joining us shortly. And I have this lovely oracle deck. And I assume they're called Plant and Spirit Energy Oracle or something like that. It was a deck of cards I found in a charity shop. So it had no box, it was just the cards. And I just love them. They are beautiful. They have the lovely pictures on the front of the different plant spirits and flower spirits that they share their messages with. So this one is Foxglove Spirit, and it says partnership. So it says, a marriage or partnership can be healed with sincere communication. The heart chakra is energized, letting love flow and dissolving negativity. And as I feel into the energy of that, it's very much, well, even though it mentions a marriage or partnership, it can also be about a partnership with yourself. And I do feel that for some of you, perhaps at this moment in time, you're going through some struggles or challenges, obstacles, and you may have the support of your loved ones around you. So it may be that that's not where this healing needs to take place, but it may be that it's something within you that's holding you back, that's perhaps creating a division, that's creating an imbalance within yourself where you've been unsure about how to progress, where to and how to move forward. So when we work with our heart chakra, when we work with that energy of bringing love and positivity into our own energy field, we raise our core vibration. We raise that energy within us so that we can then start to gain clarity, if you like, around what's going on. As long as our core vibration is balanced and vibrating at a higher level, we can still manifest things that we choose in life. We can still move forward and overcome obstacles, even in those moments when we're perhaps not feeling our best, when we're perhaps wondering what the next step is to take, where we're just thinking about, hi, sweet fairies, welcome, lovely to see you. I will certainly draw you a card, Angel, just while I'm waiting for Larkin to come in. Just let me know whereabouts in the world you are. It's always wonderful to meet new people. So yeah, so it's about working with our heart chakra. It's about working with our energy field. It's about bringing everything into balance. And we can still be having a crappy day, but if our core vibrational energy is balanced and is vibrating on that level where we can make those connections, where we can trust our guidance, listen to our intuition, then we can still move forward and create and manifest things. So it's interesting that you're asking for a card on your love life, because as I brought this card in, we have, hi December Hill, welcome, nice to meet you. Look, new names for me, so just let me know whereabouts in the world you're dialing in from. So we're just looking at working with our own inner self. When we're struggling, let's say for example, sweet fairish, you're saying you've been single for years. I feel, and this is from my experience and my belief, that there is a core element of where are we not loving ourselves? Where are we not treating ourselves with that love and care that perhaps we give to others already? Where are we perhaps not putting our boundaries in place? You know, where are we allowing our expectations to not be met in a way that we want them to be met, where we're perhaps, perhaps we're people pleasing, perhaps we're doing things for others that we would rather do for them than do for ourselves, because all of this in a way can hold us back from being in a relationship. Oh, bless you, darling. Okay. Yeah, we can hold ourselves without really knowing. There can be subconscious um, aspects of our belief systems, of things, of ways that we've been treated, of our expectations that we're not really aware of until we start to work with those layers, till we start to work with what people refer to as the shadow side of ourselves, and see what it is that is holding us back from finding the loving relationship that we desire to have. So it's about, for me, it's about looking at ourselves first, of really digging deep and seeing what it is within us that is holding us back. And it may not be evident to begin with. It may be some work that we need to do either with ourselves or with somebody else to help us uncover what it is that we hold that's preventing us from making that connection with somebody, to having a loving relationship. Now, when you say you've never been in a loving relationship, have you had relationships? Have you had, been on dates? Have you gone out with somebody? Have you dated for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, but that's not turned into the loving relationship that you desire? And I would look at, if we were working together, that would be an aspect of something that I would look at to see what it is that's holding you back. Where are the changes that need to be made? Where are the boundaries that you need to put in if you have had relationships that haven't worked out? I've had relationships in the past that have lasted a few weeks, a few months, a few years. And I've been very blessed. I've been married twice. First time not so well. The second time was a lovely, lovely relationship for 12 years until he passed away. Hi, Lisa Joe, welcome. Hi, Lacey Gray. So, there's a lot going on internally for us as well as externally as to why we're not finding that loving relationship that we desire. And it takes time, it takes work, it takes peeling of those layers, it takes looking at the relationships that you have had, maybe not being loving ones or not being the long-term relationship that you're looking for, because I'm assuming in a way that you're looking for a long-term relationship, ultimately that leads to, a lifetime partner, whether that be through marriage or just, being together for a lifetime. But again, what is a lifetime? I was with my first husband overall for 6 years, and then we got divorced, and then I was with my second husband for 12 years, and then I was widowed, and after that, in between times, I had 2 or 3 relationships that just didn't work out for a variety of different reasons. But with those relationships, what I did was I looked at what was it that didn't work? Why didn't it work? What were my expectations? What were their expectations? And within that time, I realized that there were things that I wasn't doing for myself, that I wasn't loving myself in a way that I deserved. I hadn't put in any boundaries, so I was attracting people with narcissistic tendencies or behaviors, and treating me in a way that I wouldn't have treated myself or treated anybody else, but I was allowing it to happen. And when I made those realizations, I was single for a very long time afterwards, until I met my new partner that I'm with now, and I have a completely different relationship there as well. So I'm just going to pull a card for you, sweet fairies, because I hope what I'm sharing here is helping you a little bit into understand perhaps where there needs to be some work for yourself to do on yourself, with yourself, for yourself, to then be able to attract in the right person for that loving relationship that you desire. So this card is, okay, so we have here the red campion spirit, and it says compassion, honesty. It says the love and loyalty of your family is important to you. Speak from your heart. angels are helping to heal relationships. So it may be that there's something within your life, not just with yourself, although I do feel there is a lot of this is around what's going on internally for you and looking at, where you're at, why you've been single for so long. What is it that you're looking for within a relationship, and how are you treating yourself first? That work that we need to look at to help heal. Um, I do feel as well that with this card where it's saying speak from your heart, there's something within this where perhaps you need to really go inward and really be truthful with yourself and with the expectations that you have. You know, are you setting your standards high enough? Wonderful. That's so lovely to hear. Yeah. So there's a lot of healing energy coming in around for you. We had this. I started off with the card that talked about working the heart chakra. We've now got this one, which is saying speak from the heart and ask the angels to help you to heal relationships. Because when we heal our relationships with others, be they family or friends, not a romantic partner, when we bring all that healing energy in and we start having harmonious energy around us with the relationships that we have with those around us, with others, then that flow comes back to us. It's about everything that we put out there. The energy that we put out is the energy that we draw back to ourselves. So if we're thinking to ourselves, oh, I'm never going to find that loving partner. Why is that loving relationship not happening for me? Why is it happening for everybody else? Why am I not receiving this? Why, we're asking all those why negative aspects. Then we're putting out that energy of, well, this is why. This is what my energy's feeling, and that's what I'm drawing back in as well. I personally went through a phase of not, just feeling unloved. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel like I deserved love anymore. And a lot of that is energy that we put out. And that was the type of relationships that I attracted to me, were ones that weren't very loving and very conducive to what I was looking for. So there's a lot that you can do to begin to help yourself as well, but without really going into that in more detail on a personal level, which we don't have time to do here, then, it takes a little bit more. But I hope that that's helped a little bit in helping you to gain a bit of understanding around what's going on. And this other card's just fallen out for you, and it says movement, transition, possibilities opening up. The move from one place to another will go smoothly. Sweet golden times lie ahead, warmth, security, and peace. And that's the spirit of the stream. So I do feel that when you can start looking at how you are reflecting your energy to the universe, what boundaries you have in place, what energy that you're giving to yourself, what energy work that you're doing with your heart chakra to bring your core vibrational energy into balance. And the fact that you've been going through some health issues as well for a few months and you're now starting to feel better helps me feel that this transition card is showing that things are going to start changing for you and that you're going to be in that better place for you to attract the right person into your life that will serve your energy. You will serve their energy in a way that is conducive for both of you. So thank you very much, sweet fairies. I hope that's helped for you. Let's have a look. Just scrolling through, seeing if I've missed anybody. So Lisa Joe, you've asked for a message as well. Lacey Gray, I'll come back to you in a short moment, sweetheart. So I've just seen your message as well now, so I'm just hopefully waiting that Larkin will join us shortly. Okay. Okay, Lisa Joe. Oh,
Susie, I'm here, but I have to run my dogs outside. Lacey, just so you know, I've been trying to get back to your email and you're not seeing my emails. So I just don't want you to feel forgotten, okay? Check your spam because I have gotten back to you and I just don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you.
Okay, so Lisa Joe, here we go. You have the Great Hyacinth Spirit. I love this beautiful purple colour on this one. It says, Stairway to Heaven. Keep climbing. You are unbeatable at this time. Joy and success. Your third eye chakra opens to spiritual insight. Trust your decisions. So where are we, Lisa Joe? There we are. Just so I remember who I'm talking to. Okay, so let's have a feel for this card. So it does feel to me that you've come to a bit of a, I'm being shown like a crossroads for you. And whilst this feels like this is partly to do with, I don't like to use the word spiritual growth, but we're going to go with that. You know, it's like it's almost a feeling that you've shifted gear, that you've changed. You've got this opportunity to change direction, to move forward, but also upward as well. But I also feel that this is linked to things in your material world as well as, so it's like as you're evolving with your spiritual work, as you're developing and growing, as you're finding your path, if you like, within your spiritual journey, in the things that you're doing. Perhaps you're taking on some more studying in sort of like healing arts, is what I'm feeling. As you're doing that, so as it does with all of us, you know, because we are mind, body, spirit, and when we take our focus away from the mind and the body, and we move more into the spirit energy, and we start bringing that all into collaboration, if you like, and we start being cohesive with it, then it helps us to move forward in all other directions as well. It helps us to grow and develop with our senses, if you like. It helps us to evolve in our challenges within our life as well. And we can use it to bring balance. So there's just something that's going on around for you at the moment where you're becoming more in tune with your intuition, with your gut instinct, if you like. It's like you have this almost this, there's this gentle feeling of knowing. A lot of people, when they start to develop and look at their spiritual senses, everybody sort of falls into this energy of wanting to be able to see, to be clairvoyant. And it's not always the case. We have different senses. We're in tune with our senses in different ways. And we can have just a clear knowing, which is known as claircognizance. And I do feel for you, Lisa Joe, that this is where you're at. You're starting to get just this sense of knowing, this feeling of knowing things and not knowing how you do. And it's trusting those feelings now. It's trusting that you're coming into balance and harmony with the mind, body, and spirit. And it's just that you just need to keep the word forging forward is coming up as well. So there's this feeling of you perhaps have, I want to use the word procrastinated a little around what's taking place for you. I keep seeing Reiki symbols around you as well. So there's this energy of Reiki and work coming in, whether that's something you do at the moment or it's something that you're connecting to. Oh, wonderful, excellent, beautiful. Yeah, so, working with that and working with your intuition is really going to help you move forward. But there's this feeling that I want to say you're perhaps, I'm coming back to the word procrastination again. So don't let that procrastination stop you. I always see our work that we do, or if, I don't even feel it's work, but our growth, our development, our evolving is what it comes in peaks and troughs, as I call it. So we can sort of be flowing up here and everything's going along nicely, and then we'll come down and it'll feel like we're being drawn to stop, or there's our energy is just coming back in, and we're like, oh, I don't think I can do that. We question, have self-doubt. I mean, I've been working like this for 30 years now, and even I now still have moments where I just have that little bit of a dip and I'm like, okay, why am I stopping? And just allow that to be and just know that you're going to come back into flow. But there are times as well where you need to push yourself forward. You need to forge on. You need to just keep going because you're there. It's coming. You're getting it. You're becoming more in tune. Your intuition is getting stronger. And you really are needing now, as it says, just to trust your decisions. So I hope that's helped for you, Lisa Joe. Hi, Christopher. Thank you. Lovely to see you. And yeah, we'll join in with you very shortly. So come back to Lacey Gray. So Lacey, I get the feeling that perhaps this is something that you're already in communication with Larkin anyway. So what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, is just wait until Larkin pops back in after she's sorted out her beautiful fur babies, and we'll come back to this for you. So Bernadette will do a little card for you while we're waiting for Larkin. And for those of you who've just joined, welcome. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to see you all and meet all these lovely new names that are coming in. So as I said, I don't know if you didn't catch this, I'm using my lovely deck of cards called, well, I don't know what they're called because they didn't come in a box or anything. I just found them. Yeah, but they are all based around plant and flower spirit energy. And we'll see. So this is for Bernadette. Cool. That one wanted to join us. So you have Apple Blossom Spirit. And it says, keep going. Don't give up when you're so close to your goal. You have divine help. Lift up your head and smile. All is well. And I'm very drawn to coming in with energy. I'm just feeling a lot energy around the top of my head, around my forehead. So I don't know if there are moments where you perhaps suffer or not suffer, but have a little bit of heaviness in the head area, not quite a headache, but more a bit of like a thick head feeling is what I'm getting. And I'm very drawn to thinking, okay, Lacey Gray, well, let's wait till she comes in and we'll have a chat about that and work it out for you. So yeah, Bernadette. So there's just this energy of feeling sort of heaviness around my head at the moment. So maybe there's a little bit of tenseness. Okay. Feeling a little bit. I've got all this pressure around the top of my head, feeling like I'm not doing what I should be doing. It's almost a feeling like, are you saying you're feeling lost? Okay. Just this feeling of wanting to find your sense of purpose is what I'm being drawn to. And I very strongly have with you. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. On a physical level, I feel that the headaches are coming in because there's a like this energy of stress around you, but in a way that it's more you're overthinking, you are going too much into your head to work things out. And with this card where it's saying keep going, you've got divine help. There's this feeling that with the headachy energy that you've got going on, it's obviously preventing you from making this connection to your divine help, to connecting with those in your loved ones, your angels, your spirit guides, who really are around you. And I feel very strongly around you. And it feels like that I would say that you have this connection with them from being very young, and getting a sense of, okay, perfect. Your spirit guides have been around you since you were very small, very young, and they've been wanting to work with you for a long, long time now. But there's an aspect of you that feels like, for me, I'm an Aquarian, and I always used to say, "Oh, it's my Aquarian logic that's pulling me back." I'm always questioning it, and I'm putting myself into that energy of, I don't really get it, and all of this, and that's where I feel you're at. You're in this sort of questioning phase. That's really you're just overthinking things. You're putting too much time and effort into making it happen, making it work, thinking, am I imagining it? Is this real? And then questioning it all. And with this beautiful divine help that's coming in with the apple blossom spirit, it's with the lift your head up and smile, all is well. It's this feeling of, I just want to go just and relax and relax. So find tools that you can work with that will help you to do that, will help you to relax, will help you to bring your energy back into balance. We talk a lot about meditation, we talk a lot about relaxation, breath work. Breath work is the key, to anything that we do, whether we're keen meditators, whether we just daydream, whether we just don't do anything. We can just relax through the breath. So use the breath to relax. I do feel that at the moment, if you are meditating, you're finding it a struggle because, again, you're going into the, what if I'm not doing it right? What if I'm not connecting? What if I can't meditate? So all of this, what if, and overthinking, just let it all go. Just let it go because they are with you. Your divine loving spirits, whoever it is that you work with, that you choose to work with, they're there waiting for you to just be in that state of relaxation. Stop overthinking. Stop stressing. From a physical perspective with the headaches, I would say find things that work for you to relieve headaches. Lavender oil, plenty of water. Remember to hydrate on a regular basis. Um, Nice, soothing, relaxing baths. I get a feeling that there's something around your eyes as well. So I don't know if perhaps you need to have your eyes checked with an optician, because they're showing me you put in like a face mask, a soothing face mask over your eyes. I also feel like I want to squint a little bit in bright light. Um, so a lot of these tools that you can incorporate and start to bring into practice with you. Perfect. So all these little things are what they're giving me to inspire you to do. But I also want to say that you're also getting these little words of inspiration. You've had a thought pop into your head, I need to get my eyes checked, and you haven't done it. This isn't just they're not just random. These, um, these messages as they come in. You know, sometimes we expect to get our spirit guides, our angels, to come in and go, oh, like a big neon sign and say, this is what you must do. That's not how they work. They come in with such subtlety. They come in with such a lovely, gentle vibration that it's not always obvious to us straight away the message that we're receiving. But at some level, within our body, within our energy field, within our knowing, we just get a sense that it's right. But we often choose to ignore it because we overthink it. So the big key point that I'd like you to take away here, Bernadette, is find the tools that work for you to help you to relax. Because the more you get into that relaxed state, stop the overthinking, stop the worrying, stop the stressing, then that's when you're going to start finding that connection for you is going to strengthen, and you're going to become more aware of the subtleties of the messages you are already receiving. And I just want to leave you with this. Archangel Samuel walked in behind you as soon as I started connecting with you. And I see him as a he, you can see him as a she. It doesn't matter. You know, the angel energy is just what it is for us as we connect to them. But I get the feeling that the energy here is masculine, and you need that little bit of extra oomph and strength. But to work with Archangel Samuel, now how you do that, you can find those tools as well. Because I could talk on forever about this, and I'm very aware we've got lots of other lovely souls here on this call, and of course Larkin has joined us as well. So I hope all that has helped, Bernadette. Thank you so much, and it's been lovely connecting with you. Hello, darling.
Hello. I had puppy stuff come up, so sorry, guys. You know, guys, I'm always late because of my animal stuff, but that's okay. They were good, and you were here, so this worked out beautifully. I heard you guys doing so many wonderful things today. I want to mention a couple things. I saw a couple people on here and that will listen to the rebroadcast that have not seen my replies. So I just don't want anyone to feel forgotten. Susie and I both always get back to you. I do seem to have some issues with my Wix website, in that I don't know why, but I think it's not just my website. A lot of business websites have this issue. So if you messaged me for a discovery call or anything else, and you think I did not reply, I did reply. You need to check your spam. I reply within 24 hours. So, Lacey, I know you were on here. I did reply, but you guys, just you need to check your spam, and then also, if you find that you still can't get through to me, please private message me so I can private message you back. Okay, I don't want you to feel forgotten. The other thing is, in listening to what Susie was sharing today, I want to just remind everybody, and I, you know, I've done this for years now, so I'm comfortable doing it, but I didn't used to be. I want to remind everybody, you know, it's not a sales pitch for Susie or myself. I neutrally and generally, I don't care who or where or what as the next resource you choose to take your journey. But with all of the work and readings Susie and I give you, I just want to remind you guys to do something with what we share with you. All of the beautiful readings and information that came through Susie so far for you guys today they're calls to action. And I think don't do it intentionally, but I think especially when we do readings, or a lot of people do this in therapy as well, they go and they vent and then they want to know what to do, because we live in a world that wants us to just do what we're told. But I want to remind you guys that the reason my coaching business is called My Powerful Choices is because that came from my own discovery that I had choices I didn't realize, that I was getting advice and guidance, that my spirit guides were talking to me, that mentors were talking to me, And that what was missing was the choices I didn't know that I had. The choices to make a change in my habits and repetition of my thinking, of my choosing, of my action. So just please know that, you know, these readings that we give you are powerful. They're not just, here's what's going to happen. That's not powerful. Here's what to do and not to do. That's actually not powerful. It's what do you do with it? Your spirit team, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, they don't expect you to just come. I know you understand, Bernadette. Awesome. But I feel like I really have to reemphasize this because you guys don't do this intentionally. It's a habit that we've been trained to do by our friends, by our family, by our colleagues, by our schools, by the culture of coaching and reading online. You can just get on your phone and you turn on YouTube and you get off it, but listening isn't enough. And, you know, Bernadette, I've had migraines for years. And in the end, it was my own listening to my intuition and my spirit guides and the training that I had learned for years. And I coach my coaching clients that help my migraines. Now, do I still get them? Yes, but they're about a tenth as bad as they were. So there can be physical changes. I mean, I used to be in bed for a week. I couldn't even lift my head to put an ice cube in my mouth. I would come this close to ending up in the hospital with dehydration. I couldn't eat. Now I can function. I drive. I go to my horses. Like, it sucks. I don't feel great. I don't feel like myself, but I'm totally functional. But like when Susie was talking about breath work and you know, not worrying and things like that, you know, there is a science and a practice behind that working. It's not like you're just going to sit down on your couch today and do the breath work and, oh, you feel that right connection. It's habits and repetition, right? I literally, through my neuroscience training, I learned to slow my brainwave frequency. And I learned to get in my gamma brainwave frequency, which is where you really ignite the use of the pineal gland. That also helps my migraines. But do you know how long it took me to learn to do that? So, you know, I just want to mention to each and every one of you, you know, it's comforting and beautiful to hear Susie's readings. The real question is, you guys know I'm all about this. I want you to get tangible results. And I say this so emphatically and so like I'm lecturing to you because I've done it and it's not what you think it is. It really takes a lot of inner work to get over. Each of you has a hump to get over. And that's what your angels and spirit guides work on initially, is how to get you over that hump, out of the comfort zone, into the awareness of the unknown. And because the healing that you want, the relationships you want, the abundance you want, the inner peace you want, it all boils down to these core things. And for each of you, that journey is different. How do you get to that peace? How do you get to that unconditional love? How do you get to the abundance? How do you get to the joy? Those four things are already who you are. So the real question is, how do you get this out of the way of that? Because everything you guys come on here and say you want, you know, healing or romance or love or friendships or money, all of that falls into one of those four categories. And all of that is already yours. It's so hard to imagine that. And so it's your spirit team's job not to steer you away from pain and suffering, because those are your road signs. Those are your vehicles to getting there, your obstacles or opportunities. So this is the last thing I'm going to say in my little soapbox speech here. I have to keep reminding people, because I had to keep reminding myself. You have to stop looking at things are going my way or not my way. Things are working out for me or they're not. Things are going badly or things are going good. This is a good thing, a bad thing. Things are working out. Things are not working out. You have to stop looking at it that way. Because until you see beyond that egoic way of perceiving, You can't get out of your own way. You can't allow it to heal or to come to you or to manifest. Okay. And I hope you guys take that to heart, because that's, you know, channeled wisdom, and it's very important. Yes, taking action. And sometimes, Bernadette, taking action is just a choice. And then following up in it. How is the following up? Maybe the following up is what came through in Susie's reading. Getting in tune with the breath and connecting to your intuition. Right? So, you know, and you guys can always get our ongoing support. Susie does readings. I do readings. Susie has, you know, this beautiful angel boxes. And again, guys, I'm not just trying to sell us. I'm trying to let you know you've got to take the next step on your journey. You know, Susie's angel cards they're just straight from source. They're straight from spirit. It's a great way to learn to practice your intuition. You know, I'm giving away free discovery calls. Those are not readings, and those are not coaching sessions, but they allow me to see where you are. Maybe I think, okay, you're a perfect match for Susie. You need to go do a few reading sessions with her. Or maybe I say, okay, there's this, you know, whatever person that does this over here that's a good match for you. Maybe I say, hey, maybe you'd be a good match for a program of mine. But whatever it is, if you want clarity, you guys have to take that next step, okay? You're welcome, Lacey. You're welcome. Anyway, had to throw my 2 cents in there. You inspired me, Susie. I was listening to you, and I'm like, I got to get on there. You look gorgeous in pink, by the way. And Shamuel also has a lovely pink energy as part of his energy. So I love that love energy. That's the most beautiful pink. Sorry, I had to say that. Oh, you're welcome, Bernadette. Awesome. I love it. Very good. Yeah, I love that pink, Susie. Wow, that's some amazing energy today. Amazing. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh yeah, so I spilled my drink on my upper top, so I had to change it. And
I know. Okay.
so I know we've sort of covered all of this with the lovely Bernadette, but I just want to. I'm so sorry that you lost your fiance last year. It's a challenge, and you know, be gentle with yourself. You know, this is early days for you. Um, I I lost my husband 30 years ago, so I do understand how it feels when you lose somebody you love like that. And it's great that you're feeling ready to take action as well, because that's a really positive energy that's coming in there. I think it was about a year for me as well before I started to take action after that and started on my spiritual journey. Uh, and I met some beautiful souls along the way who helped me. And I feel very much that's where you're at. Yeah. And that's perfect, Bernadette. And you will, and that's wonderful. And just continue along those lines, but remember, be gentle with yourself as well. All right, Angel, take care, and thank you so much. So I just want to pop back up, Larkin, because there's a gentleman in here. Where is he? Christopher.
Oh, yes.
He popped up as well.
We're talking about relationships.
Yeah. And he just said he'd love a reading, so I'll just I'll just pull a card for Christopher, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully he's still here with us. I'm going to be attacked by a dog regularly now throughout this.
All right, I've got a dog and cat on my couch right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's their feed time, so they'll be like, "Come on, Mum, feed me now."
That's always what happens before. No matter what I do prior to a broadcast, somebody either throws up, or they have to go potty, or they need something. Never fails.
So, Christopher, hopefully you're still here. If not, hopefully you'll pop back in on the replay. So you have the lovely sycamore spirit, and it says strength, survival, and congratulations, you have survived. Difficulties are past and things are improving. Have faith. You are rising up into the light, ready to blossom. And with that, there's this energy of feeling that it's saying that you've survived. But there's just this feeling that I want to say to you, not only have you survived, but you're actually stronger than you believe. It's almost this feeling of, I see question marks, this question mark symbol just floating around your head. And it's almost a feeling of that you question yourself. You, you're constantly second guessing yourself. And it just feels like, again, as with the previous reading, let's let go of this need to be constantly in that why mode, and just relax, just release, let go. And that's what the theme seems to be about today: learning to relax, finding the tools that you can use to help you to just let go. Because there's things that you've sown the seeds of, because they're showing me like little seeds being planted. Some of these are recent things, so perhaps recent ideas. I get the energy of inventor around you, and I don't know why I want to say that, but there's this feeling of you're very good at being practical with things, but you also have this ability to create things as well. It's like you can create things out of nothing almost. What that quite means, I'm not entirely sure. It's not, but what they're showing me is that it's about this: stop this self doubt, stop this questioning of yourself, and trust that you know what you're doing is the right moves to be taking. There's the word prudent is coming up as well. So there's also an energy of, there feels like there's going to be a business opportunity coming to you, something around that. And when you do, it's about knowing and trusting that you are more than capable of doing what's being asked of you, or doing what's being offered. Um, but with the energy of prudence as well, don't jump in both feet or guns blazing, but do know that you have what it takes to do this. Because the big thing that I feel around you at the moment is this self-doubt energy, this questioning energy, and just releasing and letting go on that. Because you've come through the challenges, you've done the, I want to say, I want to say the word donkey. You've done the donkey work, and now it's time to start to really reap the rewards of all those seeds that you've planted, both from way back when. Um, it's almost like a feeling of, you wrote things in a book, a notebook, ideas, drawings, this sort of feeling, and then you put them all to one side, but now they're starting to like resurface, perhaps in the same way or in a slightly different way. But there's just this energy of magic around you at the moment. Everything feels really magical. You have to trust in that. You have to believe in the magic as well. So I hope that's helped, Christopher. Anything you want to add, Larkin?
Yes, I think that, going along with what came in for Susie, interestingly enough, I think this actually connects really beautifully. And I can see, as those messages are coming through her, how this fills together for a big picture for you, which, Christopher, I think is something that, hi, Jenny, welcome. I think is something that, that you actually, whoops, I got distracted by that here. Wait a second.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Can you put Christopher's back up there? I couldn't find it. I think Christopher, the thing is that one of the things that you've been working towards that is standing really between you and experiencing and expressing that magic that she's talking about is the cutting of cords. So the card I got from you for you, actually you drew two, but is the cutting of cords. And this means a release of old energies, not necessarily just relationships, but experiences that you had or interactions that you had with people or circumstances, situations that had a part in programming aspects of that 95% of your mind you're unaware of, that subconscious mind. And it's very important to cut some cords. I see you have some old cords holding old energy in your energy field, which causes you to have stagnant energy, which prevents you from that magic per se. It also can have a huge impact on your mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. So that's very important. Sometimes this card and the energy that I feel as well are associated with, it's not usually just one angel, but specifically with Archangel Michael, who is often seen as taking his sword and cutting those cords for you. But remember, you have free will. So this is a choice that you have to make as well. Bring whatever darkness you bring into the light is revealed, right? So if you can bring that awareness into the light, you don't even have to know exactly what it is. As Susie was talking about your intuition, you can even just take your intuitive sense of what is being brought up here and just even say without knowing, Archangel Michael, please cut those cords of anything old energy that is unnecessary for me now, that I have outgrown, that I no longer need. And that's really important because it's like you're a balloon being tethered. And so you're going to feel this sense of renewal, this sense of magic, this sense of lightness, this sense of moving forward and transforming into a greater sense of health and well-being. Okay. I do want to mention, although I was just choosing one card, a second card popped out to me. And so I was asked to share this with you as well. Be willing to forgive. This is a very powerful concept because, oftentimes it's things we don't realize we need to forgive. We don't think we're not forgiving. And a lot of times it's a resistance to forgive, or we're holding on and having resistance to things that we don't think we're not. Nope, no claws, kitty. That we don't think we're not forgiving. Sorry, my cat was, she's kneading next to me and she started to claw into my leg. The Siamese, of course, the annoying one. So what this means is forgiveness really has nothing to do or very little to do. It can have to do with relationships, but it really is just a reflection for you and on you and for you. When we forgive, it really has nothing to do with anyone else or any other circumstance other than the fact that we do release energy there. So it can help circumstances to heal, which can help others to heal and be free as well. But forgiveness is tied very closely to our free will. So even if it's something you think you're not forgiving, if you're holding it tight and close within you, it's very important to acknowledge that and bring that out and offer forgiveness. Forgiveness merely means you understand that what has been done cannot be changed. It is what it is, and people that are really in resistance for forgiveness hate that phrase. And yet I see with most of my Aquarian friends and colleagues, that's one of their favorite phrases, because Aquarians as an air sign tend to move, they want to move forward. They want to let go and move forward. And they have that that air energy that can move and grow and evolve. So if you take that concept and you allow yourself to look in, okay, maybe what am I holding on to? What perhaps needs that energy of forgiveness? Forgiveness merely liberates you. It cuts those cords. It allows you to begin to rise and float to the top and move on. And I think in your case, Christopher, that there's things you don't realize that are in the realm of non-forgiveness for you. Forgiveness allows you to create better and more evolved in the future. It allows the old energy to be let go, so you're free to spiral up and on. Okay. So anyway, those are I think that what came through Susie and myself make a whole beautiful circular reading for you, Christopher James, and understand that the healing and the evolution process starts with these nitty-gritty concepts, and then it turns into the magic that creates transformation and manifestation. So thank you for letting us read for you. I hope that helps, and keep us posted. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Let's see here. I'm going to choose different cards for you today. This one. Susie, did you want to start with Jenny? Go first. You're ready. Oh, there's your little one. Hi. What's his name?
This is Bert.
Bert, this is the first time I've gotten to see you live. Aren't you a cutie? Oh, my. Oh, my. Welcome to the family, Bert.
Yeah, so he's coming for a snuggle. Yeah, I can do. Let me just.
I'm shuffling mine right now. I pulled out a totally different deck for her.
So we've got Jenny.
Daily guidance cards here.
I'm surprised he's not tried. He's tried running off with the pouch that they live in.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
All right. Well, we welcome you, Jenny. Thank you for tuning in with us today. I'm sensing two very active spirit guides settling in beside you as we're getting ready to do your readings here.
So I've got 2 cards for Jenny.
Perfect.
And they're both about movement. So the first one is Spirit of the Stream, and this one says movement, transition, possibilities opening up. The move from one place to another will go smoothly. Sweet golden times lie ahead. Warmth, security, and peace. And then the other one that's come up is Apple Blossom Spirit. And I have shuffled these cards, honestly, because both of these have come out previously. And it says, keep going. Don't give up when you are so close to your goal. You have divine help. Lift up your head and smile. All is well. So the energy, excuse me, the energy that I'm picking up around these for you, Jenny, is that this is very much a time of movement. It's a time of transition. There's a sense of big changes on the horizon, because as I'm being shown like an ocean, and it's very tranquil, but it's not the ocean that I want to focus on. It's the horizon. It's what, as you stand on a beach and you look out across and you see the horizon, and it's just like it's like a blank canvas almost. And you don't know what's beyond there, because unless you get on a boat or you swim out there or paddle, you just don't know what's there. And it's just saying to me, there's all this change and transition coming on, but you're putting yourself in a box. It's this, because now they're showing me you sort of having blinkers on, and you're boxing yourself in, because you're putting in your own expectations of what you think should be happening, what you think you should be seeing on this blank canvas, on this horizon. And it's really a case now of be open to receiving, because some of the possibilities that are opening up for you are ones that you have yet to see. You have yet to have them come into your energy field, if you like. They're there, they're waiting. It's just there's this feeling that you're holding yourself in, because you're limiting what you believe can happen, what you believe you can achieve, what you believe can come to you. And this works in with when we talk about, mindset and changing our thought processes and all of these things. Because when we hold ourselves in this like energy of limitation, we prevent, if you like, what the universe can bring us to come to us. It will eventually arrive, but I feel that if you can move the blinkers, stop boxing yourself in by telling yourself what you feel or believe should be occurring, then the universe can go, actually, we've got this for you, and it will be so much better than you can possibly imagine, because it's almost like you're limiting your imagination, you're limiting yourself. And it's time to just it says lift up your head and smile. So I feel for me that's bringing in the energy of just trust, of just go, okay, what have you got for me today? Thank you. And let's see what doorways can open up for you. It's almost a feeling of, I don't want to say fear, that's not the right word. Trepidation is what's holding you back. It's like, oh, if I do that, if that happens, I don't know. Again, with this evening feels to be around. Let's just remove those barriers, those blocks that are holding us back. You know, I've been there. We've all been there. You know, we question, we have self doubt, all of these things. But yours is just this sort of sense of trepidation of, you know, taking that leap of faith into the unknown. So I hope that's helped. See what Larkin's got for you. That's okay, Jenny. Hopefully, if you've missed what we've said, then just come back in and watch the replay and pick up your reading.
Yeah, I recommend that anyway, guys, that you come back and you listen to these again. Not only if you get a reading, most people don't. Most people are just on the run and they're in a hurry and they get their reading and they think they hear stuff and they run on. I have 2 cards for you, Jenny, but I do want to remind, all of you, that being said, you don't know what you're missing if you don't go back and re-listen to things. Obviously, we don't have time to do that with everything, but just like when I worked at the zoo and people would come by and they wouldn't even barely stop, they just walk by the exhibits, they'd make a judging comment about the animals and then they would move on. They didn't bother to read the signs. They didn't bother to look at the map where the animal was from. They didn't bother to ask the employee that was staying there that could have told them about the animal. They didn't bother to spend 30 seconds and watch the animal observation. Whereas I worked there, I worked with these animals. So when I would watch them for hours a day, I was like, wow, all this I would have missed if I hadn't been here. It's kind of the same with this. So, if it froze, just come back and listen. You guys will find, if you find a broadcast that you really, really relate to or enjoy, or there's a topic you're really interested in, if you come back and listen more than once, you're going to be blown away by how it seems like you're listening to a whole different one. You're learning something new. Okay. I love when Susie and I are both doing readings because I feel like there's such a beautiful connection and synchronicity. We don't plan this with each other. We're getting information from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, from your angels, and we will get things that are always in sync. It's either the exact same message in cards, as close as it can be with 2 different decks, or it's things that one half kind of is one part of that message and the other person gets the other half. So that's up to your spirit teams. We're not in charge of that part. But what I got was, notice the signs, and that came in right as I noticed your 2 spirit guides coming in beside you, Jenny Jones. Which, by the way, guys, my next Meet Your Spirit Guides is November 9th. If you want to meet your spirit guides, you'll have to find that pin to the top of my page, okay? But those spirit guides came in, and right after that, I drew this card, okay? So noticing the signs, it says, yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other messages in your path to remind you that your loved ones are there and you're never alone. Now, I'm going to elaborate on that because for you, it's not just about mediumship and loved ones. It's signs of guidance. It's signs to validate your intuition. It's signs of, internal signs and external signs, Jenny. So it's, intuitive feelings that you're kind of more associating with a gut feeling, internal body feelings that you're getting. Those are aspects of your intuition coming through. What is intuition? That's the voice of your soul, which is equal to the voice of your spirit guides. Okay. So like your soul is privy to all the same information that your spirit guides are, but your spirit guides don't have the egoic mind blocking it, right? So they're trying to get through your egoic veil, just like your intuition is. All right. So noticing the signs is really saying to you, I know what Susie was sharing. Slow down, breathe, observe, allow yourself to tune into your sensitivities, because you are getting signs and guidance and messages all the time. I mean, from what I'm seeing all the time, you're just not recognizing it as something significant for you. Okay. The only difference between what Susie and I do and where you're coming from is we are tuned into the subtleties. And we will continue to improve our sensitivities to the subtleties and our ability to interpret frequency for the rest of our lives. It's an ongoing journey that continues to improve. Okay. So, but that is something that your spirit guides and spirit team really want you to do, is notice the signs. So this means don't think so much, stop thinking so much, stop believing your thoughts, and instead breathe, relax, as Susie was talking about, and then you'll start to see signs pop up. Okay. Just like when you go out into this and you try to do stargazing, you'll find that at first you look up and you maybe only see a few, because lights from the city and all sorts of man-made stuff kind of drowned that out. But the longer you stare at the sky, the more stars start to pop out, right? Next thing you know, there's like a limitless amount of stars. That's what learning to see the signs is like. Okay. The second card I got for you was a change in direction, which Susie also alluded to and came through in her message for you. Shifts and changes coming. Okay. So the reason for the notice your signs is because it's time for you to make changes in direction. And in order to follow that guidance and get those cues, you need to be paying attention to the signs being given to you outside and internally. All right. And so the change in direction is where that's headed. But the question is, what's your part? What is your part in this? Your part is to recognize those sensitivities. That means slow down the overthinking, slow down the heart rate, which helps your brain waves to shift. And then you'll start to more clearly see the signs and directions. And your spirit guides are wanting me, one of them in particular right now is stepping up with his finger up and literally saying, but remember, it's not about making a right or wrong choice. They've been trying to tell you it's not about making right or wrong choices. There are no right or wrong choices. There are choices in or out of alignment with you, closer to or farther away from alignment with you. Okay. Which means one is going to take you to a more smooth, quick outcome with less struggle and suffering, which is obviously the one you want. The others will cause a more roundabout, long, more difficult path, right? But if you notice the signs and you slow yourself down and you take the pressure off, then the change in direction can happen more organically. Okay. So I think that's beautiful. Beautiful messages coming through both of us again for a whole picture for you, Jenny. I hope that you'll keep us posted. What they've shown us is exactly what you need to be doing, what your part in this is, because I don't know what that noise is. Oh, what is that? All right. Isn't that weird? There's noise coming on. I don't know where it's coming from. So hold on here. There. I muted you, Susie. It was coming from your end somewhere. I don't remember what I was saying, but you're welcome, Jenny. But do this, and then your guides can give you the next step. Okay. If you do this, even if it feels blind to you, it's going to empower you. It's going to drive you to your center and your power. And it's your part. They're literally doing their part, and they're just waiting for you to recognize your part so they can help you make a shift. Okay. Thank you for letting us read for you. I'm going to have to get off in a few minutes because I have to go get the train.
I was just about to say the same. So I've actually just pulled one last card, and I think this is for everybody who pops on, who's popped on, who we've read for. This is from my new Oracle deck that's going to be available soon. which is called the Antara Key Self-Care Oracle. And at the moment, it's a digital deck, so it'll be available online. And this card says, listen. And it comes with the message, I listen deeply to my inner wisdom and the voices of others, which I think is something that we've covered uh, throughout this topic thing. I'm just going to read them when I can get it to work. Read the message. It's just, my phone's been real glitchy today and I don't know why. It must be one of those things with technology. It happens, doesn't it? Right, let's try. Okay, so it says, true listening is an art that brings connection, clarity, and understanding. When you honor both your inner voice and the voices of those around you, you create space for wisdom and growth. Deep listening is more than hearing, it is being fully present with an open heart. And then each of these cards come with a practical tip. So it says today, practice mindful listening during a conversation. Set aside distractions and focus on the words, emotions, and intentions of the person speaking. When alone, take a few moments in silence to check in with your inner voice. Journaling after can help you reflect on what your intuition is saying, allowing you to strengthen both inner and outer connections. And that was listen. So if you want to see or follow me with this new deck, you can pop and follow me on my pages because I'm sharing some of these. And I'm also running a 30-day, well, it'll be slightly longer than 30 days because I think there's 34 cards in the deck, but it's a 34-day challenge, which is free, where you come in to a private group. Each day I will pull a card. I will share with you the message and the card, and then we'll work together on how it can help us with our daily practices and things like that. So if you want to know more about that, just check out my pages. It's all on there, and just see what's coming up for us, each of us at different times.
Hi, Christy. Welcome. And I think you guys should definitely do that. Like I said, I think you should follow up with what we offer you or people that you trust offer you so that you guys can really shift your energy. Again, for those of you who want to meet your spirit guides, that is a paid event, but it's very inexpensive, and it's November 9th. I only take 10 people, and I walk you through literally meeting your spirit guides and getting to know them, getting to know how they connect with you and how they communicate with you. And you can find that link posted to my page. And also, the free discovery calls, guys, they're absolutely free. They are not free coaching sessions, though, and they are not free readings, and they are not sales calls. They're just a chance if you're wanting to feel unstuck and get some clarity and direction. Maybe you're wanting to grow your intuition and learn how to trust it. Whatever it is, I combine the mindset work and the intuitive abilities, and I listen to what it is you're wanting and needing, and then I give you an assessment and I give you a plan. So when you get off that call, you can say, okay, well, based on this, Larkin has matched me up with Susie or Chris, and she thinks would be a good match. And here are the next steps I can take. Or, maybe I can't afford anything, and Susie's Oracle deck is the next best option for me. And then this book that I can listen to for free on YouTube. Or maybe I say, hey, I think you'd be a great match for my Awakening Your Intuition program. Or maybe you need some mindset work. Whatever it is, you'll have some clarity and then some options. I just ask that you're sincere about that, and then you understand it's not a free reading, it's not a sales call, and it's not a free coaching call. It is an assessment call, because I see so many people feeling stuck and or wanting to move forward and not knowing where to go. So we're both here. Make sure you follow our YouTube page as well. And combined with the two of us, we have ways to serve you guys every day. And we want to thank you for tuning in with us. We'll be back next Monday.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. It's been amazing. Have a wonderful day, weekend, or afternoon, evening, wherever you are.
Yes.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.